Hi, welcome to another edition of Business Bites. My name is David Tighe, the Managing Director of Bauer Media Audio here in Northern Ireland. And each week we delve into a fantastic business story. We're so proud to support business in this part of the world. And my guest this week is someone who's doing just that himself. It's Neil Allen, who's the Centre Director at the Innovation Factory. Neil, welcome to Business Bites.
Brilliant. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to see you. Let's get straight into our conversation. When we heard about the Innovation Factory, we just had to get in touch with you because it sounds like there is so much going on at your place. So for the uninitiated, where is the Innovation Factory and why are you there? What are you doing?
We are on the Springfield Road in West Belfast. We've been here about 6 years, and what we're here to do is support local innovative businesses and try our best to inspire the next generation of entrepreneurs.
Well, that sounds like a fantastic aim. So, who's behind the Innovation Factory? Who's kind of running the show there?
So a couple of key partners. It's funded by Belfast City Council and InvestNI with help from the European Regional Development Fund. And then it's managed by Oxford Innovation, a well-known, they manage 26 innovation centres across the UK, about to open one up in Dublin at some point next year. So a very experienced, well thought of management partner.
So I imagine that if I was to either start up a business at the Innovation Factory or even relocate to your site, which I do believe is the old Mackie site for people who go back that distance, what would I expect as a sort of someone rocking up to your place? What supports there? What frameworks are in place? What's the deal?
Well, we have three main pillars to our business. So one is the centre itself, grade A office space, great amenities, on-site cafe, all the usual stuff. But I suppose the USP to the centre is our centre team. So it's led by Rebecca Griffith, and it's about the experience that they give. It's about making everyday business for businesses easier. So, billing, run, entertaining your team. We put on events, networking, sociable, whatever it may be. We facilitate connection. So in terms of the centre, we try to show the value beyond our space with those extras, which isn't unique in any way to any co-working space. But it's all about the community feel that you build within your centre that makes people feel at home and welcome, and that's a big part of it. The second pillar is for the businesses that are here is our support. So we have an on-site innovation manager called Stephen Ellis. It's Stephen's sole focus to support the business in whatever way that means to you. That could be access to finance. It could be looking over an application. You might be expanding and hiring your first team. You might need a connection into a different market or a different territory, whatever it may be. Stephen's there to facilitate that, help you grow, genuine support with, we don't ask anything in return for that, And then one of the most important parts of our business is our social regeneration. Because of where we are in West Belfast, we really want to get into the community and help change mindsets. And, we want to work with the local schools and the other local authorities to help, get into schools and teach them that they are problem solvers and they can be entrepreneurs. And there's a whole world of amazing things out there, and getting younger kids ready for that collaborative world of work. And that's led by Shane Smith, he's been here from the start. So that's kind of like our three key pillars. And, a lot of our companies that are here take part in particularly the social regeneration part, which is, again, it's one of the most important reasons for being here.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. And we're delighted that we can help highlight some of those fantastic things that seem to be happening at your place. So give us a flavour of some of the people that you have in there, and what kind of businesses have you got in there, and what are they doing?
Being an innovation centre, it's like, how do you define what innovation is and where do you see innovation happening? But we have a vast amount of different businesses. We have a really cool Queen's startup called Fisora, who are working in renewable energy sector. We have a company called Iconic RF, which are like 5G test bedding, IoT. They're putting chips into satellites, things like that. We have the Cocktail Keg company, who are really cool. They're hospitality and beverage, and they have created, bar quality cocktails that you can basically twist a cap, add ice and garnish, and you're good to go. You name it. We have guys that are making infused tea bags with alcohol, all sorts of strange and wonderful things. A highlight to me is there's two companies, one People Playbook. They are ex-Google learning development team that have they work with some of the major 500 rated companies in the world. And we have Empathize, Angel Eyes, which is a charity-based company who work in the visually impaired sector, trying to give visually impaired children a normal education for parents that are we come into the situation where their children are visually impaired. So we have everything kind of like the social regeneration engagement point of view right through to kind of commercial assets.
It sounds like possibly a place where no 2 days are the same. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like you could be standing for a queue in the morning, and depending on who's there, the conversation can go one way or the other.
And so what about one of the things that always amazes me about these innovation hubs or centers is when sort of two worlds collide, if you like. So you've talked about the vast differences in the businesses you've got there, but I imagine that the commonality is they're all in the same place. So what happens when they all sort of collide?
Yeah, well, you just get all sorts of weird and wonderful collaborations. There could be informal collaborations where one company just needs that small bit of expertise that somebody else has, or you can get formal collaborations where companies pair up to actually work on a project together, or pair up with like a local authority or a university. But for what I tend to see is startups come from two backgrounds. You have the academia background, like the Fisora, for example. Then you have that left wing, left field creative asset, and these people are just the ones that are flying by the seat of their pants and totally going on gut. And it's when you bring those people together, that's when you get, I suppose it's called the water cooler moments, or the serendipitous meets. I think it's a phrase that they use in MIT. When you get those people together and you facilitate the opportunity for those people to meet, that's when really amazing things happen.
Yeah, and I presume that's part of the ethos as well, to do that.
Absolutely, yeah. We proactively try to connect members together, whether the center team are the ones that really have their ears on the ground. They know what's going on in and out there. They have the front desk is a bit of a gossip station. Everybody comes down and tells their daily worries or their woes or what they're doing, and by that we can inadvertently start to connect members together.
Fantastic. So great stories, great examples, and really interesting overview of what's happening at the Innovation Center, Innovation Factory, my apologies. And so what about the future? So innovation tends to never stop. So does the Innovation Factory innovate itself?
Yeah, well, obviously, given the economic climate at the moment, and we're going into a bit of an unsteady few months by all accords. But people who a big thing I believe in. People tend not to start businesses because they're afraid, or there's a certain element of fear. What if I can't do this, or what if I can't? I come against a challenge that I can't get over. But for us, it is all about that what if. Well, what if you can? And what if we can help you do that? And what if we can connect you with the right person? And what if your idea is genuinely going to better not just the economy of Northern Ireland, but potentially the world? There's no reason why Northern Irish businesses can't have the challenge to change something much bigger than themselves. So although it's a scary time, innovation doesn't wait. Essentially, it happens in the small dark corners of the office, or in the back of somebody's bedroom or garage. And what we are really trying to do is just urge those people, if they have an idea, or if you are an SME and you want to collaborate or meet or whatever, just our doors open. Just come talk to us.
Yeah. Well, Neil, thanks for telling us the story and sharing some of the insights about what's happening at the Innovation Factory. Your contact details are going to come up at the end if anyone wants to get in contact with you. The website, of course, is
innovationfactoryni.com.
Great. Well, look, Neil, Neil Allen, Centre Director at Innovation Factory, thank you so much for being our guest this week.
Well, thanks for having me, David.